do the introduction part.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Hi, I'm Eric Fuchs. I forgot what else you said. Really embarrassing. Hi, I'm Eric Fuchs from Actors in Action Official. Today we're gonna watch a super cool fight scene with Donnie Yen from the movie Ip Man. I'm here with some loser.
I'm keeping that in the cut.
Nope.
Yep.
I'm Eric Fuchs from Actors in Action Official. This is my friend Matt. Today we're gonna look at a video or something. I don't give a crap. Let's start.
Hi guys, I'm Eric Fuchs from Actors in Action Official. This is my buddy Matt.
Right.
Today we're going to be reacting to a fight scene favorite.
This is one of
pretty
my
much
favorites. This is the best.
is everyone's favorite.
It's so good.
From Ip Man 1, it is the Ip Man vs. 10 Black Belts fight. And it's pretty epic. We're watching this actually because Ip Man 4 just came out.
Yes. It was between this and the time he fights Mike Tyson in the
Oh my
closet.
God. No,
but
we're not.
we didn't want to do that. This
We'll
was
definitely be-
inspiration for you, I'm sure.
This is inspiration for so many stunt people and
Yeah.
fight choreographers and martial artists in general.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure it will definitely live up to my memories. And I'm excited. Let's watch it.
Let's do it.
Oh, some quick background, really fast.
In the Japanese occupation of China, and they were offering bags of rice for every black belt you could defeat.
Right, so his friend had been going to this competition where they were bringing these Chinese men in to fight their Japanese men, and if you won, you got a bag of rice. His friend died. His friend got killed in this, actually because he was shot in the competition because the general shot him. Spoiler alert, but you should have seen it by now anyway. And now he came to avenge his friend, and that's why he says, you know, I'll fight 10 of them. And they're like, really? And then this happens.
Man.
It's all intense. Very intense scene.
Yes. Yeah. This is kind of the big turning point of the movie.
Yeah, this is a very, very intense scene.
Right.
I believe he's gonna pull out a potato that was from his friend.
Yes, I believe so.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's his friend gave him the potato or something. He didn't want to eat it, something like that.
Damn, I love this.
So
I love it already.
Right. I think the thing with the scene that makes it so good is the symmetry, because you got the 10 people, and there's so many symmetrical shots, like you can see right now the way they're lined up.
Right.
It's so just pleasing, like in that way. It's
That's
like
a good point.
It's almost like artistic.
I always like when big scenes like this are strong. I also try to look for the people in the background and see what they're doing.
Right.
If they look ridiculous, then it's dumb. But they don't. They all look ready to like hit him whenever he comes near, you know?
Right, but also, you know, and it works with the Japanese, very respectful. They wouldn't want to just gang up and all at once. It makes sense that they're coming
That's
at him
also
one-on-one
very good point.
with the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And something this is a great example of what I was about to talk about. But, you know, in the Ip Man 2, especially Ip Man 3, the action is so weighty, it's so light, and, you know, it's so fluffy with the wire flu that they use.
Right.
This is so brutal.
That might have been a wire, but it was good. If it
Right,
wasn't a
it's
wire,
a good
still
placement. You could use wires once in a while.
Yeah.
But you could really feel the hits, like when the guy's on the floor, even this
Yeah.
stuff. You could really feel like it's really brutal.
I also like that when he's fighting several people at once, like in that shot, they had this thing right there where they were like, this guy, then this guy, then this guy.
Right.
Ooh.
Camera work is very good too. Very short scene, but it's very to the point.
It's so like, every moment is valuable.
Yes. Yeah, and even the colors, with, you know, he's wearing all black there.
Right.
The white, it's so striking and pleasing.
So you gotta like feel for this guy.
Yes, I know. At a certain point, you realize, because Ip Man's so peaceful throughout the movie, going, no, I don't want to fight, no, I don't want to fight.
He
And now
has
it's like,
a-
well, this is why.
A breaking point.
Right, this is a breaking point. You realize why he doesn't want to fight, because he's so brutal.
Right.
And it's so like, oh man, you know, he doesn't like doing this, because it's good character development too.
Yeah.
Right, and I think we should say after this scene, he doesn't have to fight all those people as well that surround him.
Yeah.
The general has respect for him, and I think he leaves the rice as like a sign of disrespect.
Yeah.
He goes
Well,
on
you
to
know
fight the
what?
general.
You should watch the movie if you
Yeah, you
haven't
should
already.
watch the movie. It's a
to
good
find
movie.
out, because freaking epic.
It's such a good story, like the occupation. It's so like historical and so nice, you know.
It's based on a
No,
real
yeah.
story. Yeah.
I mean, the Japanese occupation of China was a real thing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a corner of history you don't always hear about too, which is, you know, interesting. I like history, so
Yeah.
it's fun to hear about that. And you know, the other stories, Ip Man 2, Ip Man 3, they all seem kind of made up.
Yeah.
They're not made up, but they're kind of. It's like Ip Man's defending the school or whatever from the thugs, and Mike
Right.
Tyson's here.
Very
and
like classic kung fu kind of.
yeah.
You know,
It
like
doesn't
we've
have
seen
that historical epicness to it that I
Right,
feel
that's
this
true.
one has.
That's a very good point too.
So 2 kind of, because it's like America versus China martial arts,
Yeah.
the big stage kind
Yeah.
of thing, and he's fighting that Twister guy.
Yeah.
But 3 is very much he's defending the school or something.
3 is hey Mike
Yeah.
Tyson.
We got Mike Tyson for a half hour. Let's use him.
Damn, man. It's like, so whenever you're doing a fight with multiple people, it's ridiculously hard to make anything look exciting and
Mhm.
real. Balance that.
Right,
you know,
because
realistic.
why, you know, even with like things that we like the Batman games or whatever, why aren't they all just jumping on top of him?
Right,
You know, at the same time, it gets a little ridiculous.
right.
They could
But
just
in
take
this, it all makes sense, and it's so epic, like the way it's laid out. Like you said, because they're all respectful, you know, Japanese fighters.
And I think there is an element of they want to prove themselves against Donnie Yen. There's reasons they wouldn't just sneak up behind him and
yeah,
you know,
like
take him.
thug type, you know.
They're not thugs.
gangsters.
They're not gangsters. They're martial artists,
Right.
Who would want to fight him head to head,
Right.
You know, and you do see at the end, once he's whittled them down a little bit with 4 left, they all do gang up on him. So you do get that at the end.
Yeah, but it's just so.
It makes sense.
Like I was saying, compared to some other things that we've seen that have been like multi-man fights,
yeah.
this was like great, and I was trying to really absorb and focus in on what's making it great. Camera work is so much.
It really
like,
is. You don't realize.
Camera work is so much of a fight scene. I don't think people appreciate that enough. And the camera work, Donnie Yen is amazing. All those performers are amazing.
Oh yeah.
But the camera work is
Yes.
just so
it really sells it.
high level. Like I was saying that one part, that when they had the 2 people that he was fighting back and forth, it wasn't like you see both people and he's like, fight this guy, fight that guy, you know, both at the same time. Like when you try to do something really at the same time, unless it's really planned well, it's almost like 8 out of 10 times it's gonna look goofy. Like one dude is like, you know, knows that he's waiting his turn, or the main guy knows that this guy is on pause, you know. But this was cool because it was like, hit him, he was out of frame. It was almost like you're mentally guiding me through the fight, through the opposite lens of Donnie Yen's face, of his eyes.
Yes.
So he saw one guy, he punched him, and then he saw the other guy, punched him, and then
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. That's a note that I'm going to take for future camera work, you know.
And you can see, you know, because he's fighting so many people, he's more brutal than he was earlier in the film with like the Chinese masters,
Right.
Where I'll kind of play with them for a while, and you know, he's not as brutal with this since there's so many people. He's got to be more brutal. So and they show you immediately, just like in terms of like almost screenwriting,
Right.
In terms of we got to establish he's being more brutal now. He's not doing this. It's not the same martial artist we saw in the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
So they open up with him breaking that guy's leg.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, he's going for it. He's going for the kill in this.
Yep. And
It's-
that's
the gloves are off. Yeah.
you're right. And that's something I've talked about from a few videos before, talking about expressing emotion through a fight scene.
Yeah, it's an
You
important
know,
thing.
yeah, expressing emotion through action.
Right.
Because that's the whole thing. Like, what are movies? Movies are emotion expressed through actions and like, you know, dialogue, but it's not always I am angry, I am sad. It is
Yes.
it's like it's the actual characters' actions that portray it. The same thing goes for an action fight scene.
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely true. And there's definitely films where it's kind of like, and now the action scene.
And now the action scene.
And the development of the character stops. You take a break from the plot and you watch a 10-minute fight scene or whatever, and you
Right.
go, oh, that was well done or whatever. But I think what makes, you know, excellent action films different is
Purpose.
yes, we're still developing the character. We're showing you the end of their journey, or you know, even the middle. We're developing them through the action.
Right.
It's not just a stunt show.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
point. You know, it's like it's not just about showing their skills. It's
Right.
these characters, especially the main character, man, he starts so like peaceful. And
Yes.
the cool thing is, if you watch the movie, in the beginning, everybody he fights, he's very merciful on them, like you were saying.
Yes.
But you can see it in the choreography. It's portrayed right there, also in the beginning fights. He's very like almost gentle with them. you know?
Yes, yeah.
Where he's like, okay, I could punch you in the face, but I'm not going to.
Right,
Or I
there's
could-
a lot of times where he stops. And
I think in this one he spanks the guy in the butt. You know what I mean? With the broom, whatever it was. I don't know
Right,
if that's
right,
2 or 1,
yeah.
but like those little things, those are purposeful. They're funny, but they're also purposeful.
Yes, because even when there's like a new master in town. He's coming. That's like the beginning of the film, new master, and he plays with him and he shows him, no, go away. He kicks him out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the beginning of the film. Now it's like, okay, he's not playing around anymore.
Right. Now
He's
now
fighting.
his friend has been killed.
Right.
He's gonna do
He's
something
taking
about
this
it.
occupation seriously. He
Mhm.
knows things have to change. The Japanese are trying to undermine Chinese kung fu,
Yeah.
and he has to prove that Chinese kung fu is important. And
Yeah.
it does have that one trope we should say that we both kind of hate, since we're both karate guys, of karate guy villain, which I know we've seen in a lot of movies.
Are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking? You say it. Like,
No, you
what do
say
you
it.
mean? Oh, like the Karate Guys. Oh, Karate Guy villains. Oh, okay. 2 things about that, real quick, is that so many like Chinese martial arts movies
Yeah.
portray the Japanese guys as evil,
Right.
and or when they fight like this.
Yes, there's a lot of that.
You know?
And the villains come from the historical context that we talked about, the occupation, which
Right.
is the backdrop for this movie. So there's historical stuff to that too, but it is like every martial, like there's a lot of examples of
Japanese
the
bad,
evil
Chinese good.
Yes.
American bad, Chinese good. It is what it is. That's something that had bothered me in the past because it's just like so predictable almost. It's just like so
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
But also I get it. These are Chinese martial artists, and
Yes.
these are, especially this one is, like you said, it's based on a historical event.
Yes,
It's
for
accurate
sure, yeah.
to some degree.
But I think where it comes from us too, even in this, it's a great fight scene, but the karate martial artists, you could tell they're kind of moving very stiff. They're good, but they are moving very stiff, and that does help, with the fight scene, because he's so flowy and
Right,
they're
right,
so
right.
stiff that it helps with that. But I think, since a lot of these movies are Chinese perspective, a lot of the karate martial arts, I think, for us, don't get great representation. They're not always represented the best in terms of martial arts, even.
Right.
Not even just being the villain, but sometimes they are, like you said, high block, punch. Like, they're very stiff. They're not.
People don't see the in between the lines of what those forms are supposed to mean. But that's like a whole different story.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right though.
So it would be nice to have, a karate guy on the caliber of like a Donnie Yen or something.
Right.
That is the big guy, that is like the best, and he's doing the moves in a great way, and he's showing
Right.
off. You don't often get that, which I think is the complaint that we have often.
They did do a better job of it in the final fight of this movie with the
That is
the
true.
general.
Yeah, the general is a very good martial artist.
The
You can
Japanese
tell
general.
he really knows karate.
And they
yeah.
used him better. I mean, also, it's 1-on-1, so it's a lot
Yeah,
easier to do.
it's- yeah.
But they use it better. I still think that it could have been, it's pretty traditional the way he fought, and it's like
Yeah, it's good.
decently
Yes.
accurate for like a
There
high
is,
level.
from memory, I haven't seen that one in a little bit, but there is some stuff where he kind of floats around a bit.
Right,
him,
and there
the
was
general.
some moments where I thought that the same thing happened. The general would do something like this,
Yes.
and then they'd get beat up. Like, no doubt, you're gonna get beat up if you go like this.
You wouldn't do that. Yeah, but that's just from our perspective of training so long at karate, both of us.
Yeah.
That we kind of see those things where, general Chinese audience probably wouldn't.
Or even
a
just
general
people
audience.
in general,
people in general.
who think karate is hi-ya.
Right. This is a very specific complaint to us, basically. Or anybody who practices, over 5-10 years in
Yeah.
martial arts probably have these complaints.
Yeah, but anyway, I would actually like to come back real quick. The main focus of my amazement, though,
Yes.
is just it's 10 versus 1, man.
And
Woman,
that shot
everyone.
that's like stuck in my head. Like I keep like picturing the shot. It's the overhead shot of him fighting the 4 guys at once.
Yeah,
Like you were saying before, Donnie Yen is a great martial artist, and the camera works great too. But I think they work so well synergistically because Donnie Yen's great martial arts allows you to have those long takes where you don't have to cut. It's not like, don't want to pay anybody out, but Bourne, like the Bourne movies. Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Where it's like Matt Damon's okay at martial arts, so you gotta kind of cut it so you follow his hands
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
can
yeah.
have the stunt double.
Yeah.
Since Donnie Yen is a great martial artist, it allows you to have that beautiful overhead shot.
Yup.
And you could just have Donnie Yen doing the martial arts.
Yup.
Because he's a great martial artist.
Right,
You don't
you
have
just
to
show
cut
what
away.
he's doing.
You could just show what he... And those other guys are great too.
Yeah.
So you don't have to... They're probably martial arts in real life.
Yeah.
So, I
you
think
plan
that
it
is an
out correctly,
advantage.
and it'll look good.
In general, for Chinese cinema, that they use martial artists.
Yeah.
Which American cinema doesn't always do, and you can always tell. Because you see their hands.
And then you see their foot, and then you see their eyeball, and then you
Yep.
see an ear, and then you see elbow, and then
Yep.
you see Left Peck.
And sometimes it's very exciting too when you get the quick cuts. Like
Right.
those Bourne movies, they're very exciting.
Not to me.
But-
I don't know. I just get like I can't see anything. I don't know.
Yes, but
Please stop.
And there's a lot of those quick cuts in this too. But you have the advantage of doing quick cuts. Okay, now we're just gonna show Donnie Yen do martial arts for a little
No,
bit.
the quick cuts though are not. There's a difference between.
It's not to hide things.
Right, exactly.
It's do it to keep up the excitement.
Right.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Or to show what's happening from the other side of whatever. you
Yes. Yeah.
know? And it all connects very nicely. But yeah, man, I
It's
gotta
very
I
good.
gotta start watching this video another 20 times a day, because just the way that anyone can connect 10 people fighting with one dude and not make it look like a
It's
mess.
really masterful. Yeah.
That's gotta be that's amazing. That's some kind of skill that's gotta be something that I can reach for. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely very, and it sounds like it seems different than a lot of even like Chinese cinema, kung fu
Like
cinema.
yeah.
It's
Sure.
it's taking a lot. I think it is taking inspiration from Bourne almost with the quick.
Have you seen
the editing
any
and
like super? If anybody has seen any classic like
Yeah, I've
super
seen some.
old kung fu
Yeah,
movies? No, some
yeah.
old kung fu movies who fight 10 people at the same time like that.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I haven't.
Oh yeah, those no. But like you usually get like 1-on-1 and it's a long shot and Jackie
Yeah.
Chan is fighting some guy and they're good, but
Yeah.
they're not exciting like this. And the 10 people really.
I mean,
makes
it's
it
just the
really
danger.
ups it.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you can make a sense of danger in a fight like that,
Yeah.
that's almost everything.
But not even danger, like, yes, because, main character immunity is a thing, and sometimes you can't get out. This isn't the end of the movie. Donnie Yen probably isn't going to die.
But
in this
that
scene.
aside, that's story stuff. You know what I mean?
But that's
Even-
story stuff, yes.
Right.
But you feel the danger in the fight scene, I agree.
Right, where the parts where he could get hit, but then
Yes.
he's not getting hit because he's so fast and
I
fluid.
agree, yeah.
And the other guys are really getting like
But
destroyed.
see, that's the thing. I felt danger for them.
Right.
I was afraid
Yeah,
for them.
it doesn't have to be for the main character.
Yeah, I was afraid for, and that's something to do with the evil Japanese guys. For this, I was like, oh god, like they're really getting hurt, and the makeup effects, all that it's excellent, and it's only a 3-minute fight scene, but it's so compact and so beautiful.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
I think we can go on all day about this.
we probably can.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yep.
I am Eric Fuchs from Actors in Action Official.
I'm Matt from my life.
That's right. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you next time.